It is finally here. The first content update for Wreckfest 2 has just dropped this afternoon. We're going to take a look through the patch and then we're going to have a look in the game itself to see what the cars look like, what they handle like, what the tracks are like, and what other features they have implemented into the game with this major update. I'm very excited for this. As you know, I've been covering Wreckfest 2 since they gave us early access to the early access. So let's dive right in and see what they've changed. Content update number 1. Today we are proud to present to you the first content update for early access phase of Wreckfest 2. With new cars to crash and new maps to challenge yourselves on, we have also brought a selection of other features for you to peruse. This is the first of many updates, big and small to come. Stay tuned and drive the cars until the wheels fall off. We have 2 new tracks. We've got the European Rallycross track and the new folk racing track, finncross. These both sound awesome just from the name alone. We've got the European sports sedan, the Bravion, and we've got the American large sedan, the Rammer. I'm not going to lie, the Rammer looks like a Buick and looks absolutely incredible. American 1 had a name change to the Crusader, and European 1 is now called the Gizmo. I like the fact that they're adding new names to the cars, gives them a bit more character. System: we've reduced the VRAM consumption, fixed various memory leaks, added vendor-specific support for NVIDIA DLSS, AMD Fidelity FX, and Intel XS Super Resolution, and frame generation. No, need to be in the main menu to enable. Resolution can now be changed directly in-game in the settings menu. No, need to be in the main menu to change. VSync can now be enabled, disabled in-game settings in the menu. No, need to be in the main menu to change. I like the fact that we can now change that. An estimation of the VRAM video memory consumption is now shown in the graphics settings menu. Amazing change. Fixed an issue which resulted in pixelated user interface textures. Fixed an issue which caused the game to crash when changing car and entering car paint. Hallelujah. Fixed an issue which caused car texture quality settings to be disrespected, resulting in game using more than 60 gig of VRAM even when low settings was used. This is very good for me specifically, because when I'm streaming and stuff, I do tend to have to change the settings down, so maybe we'll be able to push them a bit higher now. Data cleaner now checks for corrupted files when launching the game first time after an update. I can confirm this happens because when I booted the game up, it verified all the game files. Online, you can now invite friends from the Steam friends list to join the server. Servers can now be sorted in server browser based on their name and player count. Servers can be searched for in the server browser by using a name search. Hallelujah. Added support for UPnP port forwarding for devices which support it. Player hand gestures are now synced in multiplayer and played back in replay as well. Absolutely amazing. All of these online features are great and something that we have wanted for a long time. It means that we're not going to have to search the IP anymore. This is going to save so much time and effort. Controllers implemented support for gamepad rumble, fixed an issue when binding buttons to an access action. I'm assuming that's what happened the first time around, where the clutch and the brake and the accelerator were all depressed and I had to depress them to release them. It was very strange and had to rebind them, so hopefully that's been fixed now as well. Freeze of use actions are now all listed on the same page of the bindings tab. So I'm assuming we're going to check this out, but I'm assuming what that means is they're going to be in rows as opposed to having to go to different pages. Absolutely brilliant. Condenses it all, makes it really good. Gameplay. Added player list showing the leader and players nearby to HUD. Yes, something I've asked for in the Discord many times. Polished HUD to improve scaling across different resolutions. Fantastic. Added separate FOV offset settings for chase and first-person cameras. Added setting for hiding driver and steering wheel in first-person cameras. I know a lot of people have asked for that. Fixed overlapping text when going back to event selection screen. Added driveline flex and minor improvement to automatic upshift logic and driveline flex. Improved manual gearbox and clutch logic. Added minimum time to shift for balancing versus automatic clutch. Added over-rev engine damage and realistic damage mode if downshifting too soon. Love that. Added gearbox damage from bad shifts in realistic damage mode. Adore that. Fixed an issue which caused exhaust to emit smoke when engine should be off. Fixed engine damage in realistic damage mode. Added backfire visual and audio effects. Love that. Added subtle radiator leak steam effect, like. Improved misfire damage effects as well. This is all cool. AI. Improved AI racing line computation, improved AI drifting mechanic, improved AI stability before and during jumps, improved AI awareness of other cars, fixed noise in driver steering animation. Love all this. Better AI, more adaptive AI is always fantastic. Audio. New exhaust sound mixed down with more bass-centric sound for Crusader. Better audio memory handling to address sound cutting out, plus other under-the-hood improvements. Lower rev limiter, repeat interval, and new limiter sound effect for more beating effect. Implemented asphalt tire roll and skid sounds for AI remote cars. Like that, it adds to the immersion. Implemented gravel roll sounds for AI remote cars. Awesome. Using manual and clutch reverse gear, whine of gearbox will no longer play when revving while clutch is disengaged. Fantastic. Anything that is going to help with that is great. We've also made a roadmap so you folks can see what we are planning to do and roughly when we plan to do it. As you can tell, things are not set in stone and we need to know what you want so that we can make Wreckfest 2 the best game ever. So feel free to take the Steam forums or our Discord and make sure yourselves heard. Please do. They have clearly listened to all of the feedback given and have made some really good progress. In June, we are due the content update number 2, which is going to have another 2 cars and another 2 tracks and more features. And then final release will be full game, which will have everything in it, which is sometime next year. So they're basically, the roadmap is going to update with each update with the next stage of what they're going to plan on doing and what the new content is going to be. I am a little bit disappointed that we haven't got any idea of new game modes or anything yet, but hopefully that will come after the June update. Overall though, very excited by this. So let's have a look at these new cars, these new tracks, and the new options and other menus that they've added to see how it really feels. So to start with, we're going to go through the server list, purely because I run a dedicated server provided by Gportal, and at the minute we've had to use the connecting to address and using the IP, which is long-winded and annoying. Now, all you simply do is hit search here, type in the name of my server, hit enter, and it will come up with the dedicated server, show that there's a password, and then you just literally click on it and enter the password to join, and you're in. Fantastic. This is going to save so much time, make it so much easier for people to find the game, and keep it all round much easier to manage. Very happy with this. The settings menu so far looks pretty similar, but obviously the things that they said that they changed were the graphics, which allows you to show how much VRAM you're actually going to be using in the game, shows you your windowed and your resolution, and you can have your VSync on or off from here as well. I really like this change specifically because it shows that I'm not really using that much VRAM, even though we've got everything on it. We are on low. If we turn it all the way up to high or ultra, you can see that I am going to be using a lot of VRAM with that. So I'm probably not going to be able to run it on ultra and stream as well. Hopefully they will work on the optimization in further updates so that we can get the settings up, but the VRAM usage down. With the bindings, it's not how I thought it was going to be when I read through the patch notes, but it is better, it is more condensed. What I was hoping it was going to be was something similar to Farm Sim, where you would have a list of the different devices here and then the keybinds down in these sections here. It's not that. You still do have to search through each device, but then you can just scroll down. You've got driving, then you've got photo mode, menu navigation. That is your different options, so you can set all the keybinds from here. It is better. It's not as good as I would like it. Overall though, this is a really good upgrade to the menu, and it does allow you to change different settings and see what you're using and see that optimization, as well as making the key bindings much more condensed and easy to use. All great improvements so far. Alright, we are on the finncross track, we are in the Bravion, and so far so good. Everything looks absolutely sublime. The wheel is working first time. I haven't had to rebind or resort that or anything. The car's AI are very much quite aggressive still. And overall, I'm very impressed. Like, the car handles really well. It handles as you would expect a European sports sedan to handle. Track itself looks like it could be incredibly difficult to get to use with. It's certainly not easy to learn, like the Savlok Sandpit. Not only that, I really like the fact that we do indeed have the leaderboard in the top left-hand side of the screen. I think overall these changes are brilliant, and I'm very excited to see what sort of times that we can set on these tracks. I'm not playing realistic damage, but it does look like a lot of the changes they've made with the patch do seem to have addressed some things like damage and how that damage is distributed on simulation. I am going to take a lot to learn this track. It is quite nasty. I would still like a minimap of some description, even if I press a button on the steering wheel or on the keyboard to bring up a minimap so I can see where I'm going, just to help you learn these tracks when we first start them. Let's see what the American new car is like and the rallycross track. Okay, we're on the rallycross track and we're in the rammer. This thing looks beastly, it sounds incredible, and it handles about as badly as you would expect. I'm hoping that with new modes and things that come out, we can see different HP values and different stats for each different car. This track, however, I think is going to be my new favourite. Finncross is okay, but this one is, one, looking a bit easier to learn, and two, looks a hell of a lot more fun to race around. I love the fact that you've got the inflatables. I love the greenery on this. I think it looks absolutely sublime. And again, the car handles really good. I've just noticed the backlight there that they said they were going to add into the patch as well when you change gears and things. I think that's a really, really nice touch. This game still continues to impress me each time I play it. And again, the multiplayer is going to be what keeps this game alive. And the fact that they keep making improvements to the online service only fills me with hope and glee. This game is great. We often call it the therapy game. We often say that this game is how me and the mods, when I stream, sort of get all of our frustrations out from the previous week, whether the mods, you know, have had things going on in their real life, whether I've been stressed from stream or whatever. We get on, we smash the ever-loving hell out of each other, and then we carry on about our day. This really is the therapy that everybody needs, and the fact that the game is getting the regular updates it promised is very, very encouraging. I honestly think you should definitely pick this game up, and I hope that you like the new content as much as I do. The little additions they've made, the little feature improvements and stuff are all fantastic, and again, I'm very excited to see what more they come up with. It's not got everything I hoped, and some of the options aren't as in-depth as I was hoping they were going to be, but again, it's all positive steps, right? It's all something to go towards. So yeah, let me know what your favorite car and which of the two tracks are your favorite in this current update, and I will see you all in the next video. Ciao, ciao.